Well, congratulations to you and to me. We are on our third quilt block. Now, the one that we're doing today is called Card Trick. Kind of like it looks like cards, I think, shuffling together. And the name is perfectly appropriate because this is the trickiest block that we've done so far. It is made, though, out of only two different size triangles, a larger triangle and smaller triangles. And take a look at how this whole thing goes together. You can kind of get an overall view. These are the colors you know that I've been using in my quilt. And there are three different styles of block. This one that you see here that are two large triangles going together. Each one of the corners is like this. Each one of the ones in between is made up of three triangles. Remember how to do this. You always put the smaller ones together, smaller pieces together. So this would be sewn along here to create a larger triangle, and then you sew the larger triangles together. And then the third type of square is right here in the center, and it is made up of four small triangles. So again, choose two, put these two together, stitch here, these two together, stitch here, open them, iron them like we do, and then we'll put together those two large triangles to have a nice center piece. Now, I've already gotten started on some of this to show you because I know you guys are getting good at this. Here's my corner block. You can see how nice that looks, and I always press then my seam towards the darker color. The one next to it comes up looking like this. And when you press on the back of this one, I pressed the light towards the darker fabric when I put the two small triangles together. And then when I put these two larger pieces together, again I pressed towards the dark. And then the last one. Once you have all of your 9 blocks put together, zip out of the way, and you start putting them, sewing them together in strips. So here's my center strip, 3 blocks sewn together, and I'll slide this up, and here's the bottom strip with the 3 blocks sewn together. So all I need to do is sew the top 3 together, and then we're going to sew the rows together. So give me a minute. I'll whip this up on the sewing machine and then let you take a look at the finished block. Remember, it's easy to follow here because this little mark on my presser foot is a 1/4 inch, so I have a little 1/4 inch seam going. Okay, hey, this matched very nicely here. Next one, yes, wants to go like that. Line it as best as we can. I think I'm going to be off here a little bit. Let's see. How did that turn out? Yes, off a little bit. I notice when I'm trying to teach you, I mess up quite often. Do you find that at home too? Well, for the sake of showing you the entire pattern, I'm going to pull up the second row. Whoopsies. Match it all up. This is the way we want it to go. Pull it together here. And I want to make sure to sew it so that these seam allowances are facing inward while these are ironed outward. We just don't want to get too much bulk. Okay. Line it up. Up. It's going in. I want this to go out. Is that right? No, this one's going out. I want this to go in. There we go. Come on. And then line up the end. Okay, cut that, and then we'll see what our third row looks like with that. Oh, it still looks pretty, doesn't it? It's coming together nicely. And the third row we'll add on right here. Okay, line them up. All right. All right, now of course this is going to need to be ironed. Basically, I will see which way it feels like going, and it almost seems like the seams want to fall to the outside, so I'll iron that down flat, and we're going to have a great looking card trick.